I swear we talked about this like a couple weeks ago.
We did not talk about this ever.
Like on the legal or illegal market.
Yeah, but the government and there's all this cringe stuff.
Yeah, but if I'm
Anyways.
dead, then why would I care about that? that's a you problem, right?
Welcome everyone to Fly Under the Radar. I'm Timothy. This is William. And yeah, this is a podcast where, we kind of just have a laugh, tell our stories, experiences, and talk about the world we live in. And my G, there's been a lot going on, especially on Netflix. Some bangers popping off.
Bro, who watches Netflix, man?
Bro. There's some good stuff that happens on Netflix. I know Netflix is a bit overrated. However, there is every once in a while they shoot some bangers. So there was one thing which I don't know if you've seen, probably not, but I think you would actually be interested in since you said you like documentaries. It's actually a docu-series on David Beckham. You know who David Beckham is, right? Soccer player?
That's more like bibliography, though. That's not really documentary, man.
Well, it is kind of documentary. That's what it's called, like a docu-series.
So it's a series?
Well,
of people?
it's like limited episodes. Like, you know how those limited series on Netflix where it's like not one but like 4 episodes, like 4 1-hour episodes?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like one of those. Okay, maybe it's more of a bibliography.
Yeah.
But like it's
if
not
it's because that's what it means. Like if it's on a person, it's a bibliography.
fine. Anyways, I'm like almost done with it. I have like 1 episode left. It's actually pretty interesting. Like, the thing is, like, I didn't realize how much hate he actually got back in the day. Like, the guy was like the most hated man in like England for like a year or something, because he like got a red card in like the World Cup back in the day, and then they lost the game and got out, and everyone blamed him.
Oh.
And it was insane. Like, they show it in the series, and it's like, man's was getting ripped. Like, anywhere he went, any game he played, he was getting booed and shit on. All the newspapers, like, that shit wouldn't fly now because of the fucking like mental health and shit. But like back in the day, that shit was brutal.
The bullying was real, dude.
Actually, so bullying. So that came out this week, and then another thing that came out this week is a show that I personally like. It's actually interesting because it's like a French show, and it's like the most popular French show in the world, I think. Don't quote me on that. It's called Lupin. And each year they're coming out with like a new series and stuff. But it's actually super interesting. And I usually don't watch like other languages shows because of, I'm not trying to listen to like what's it called? The people when they,
The sub.
the subs, not trying to do that. But this one I had to watch. It's such a good story. Have you heard of it before?
No.
So basically Lupin is like the show Lupin on Netflix is based off a book series. But they kind of did it a twist where it's not like based off the book. Basically, the actor or like the guy that is in the show is recreating the stuff that happens in the book. So I think Lupin is an actual French book, but the show is about a guy who is like the guy in the book, if that makes sense. So the guy in the book is like a thief, but not like one of those like, rando thieves that like go and like kill people and stuff like that. It's more of like an artist, he goes and steals like the diamond and like
Well, it's like a
art.
medieval French type of thief from like the 1800s type shit.
Well,
no?
it's not that far back. Well, I don't actually know if the books are based off that far back, but in the show it's obviously more like 2020, and yeah, it's super interesting, like the way he thinks. And I don't know if you like those types of shows where it's like the Pink Panther or like like those. It's not like I don't know, how would you describe a show like that?
A mystery?
It's kind of like a mystery, and it has like the touches like from Mission Impossible with like the masks and stuff like that. So
Like an action mystery type thing?
yeah, kind of like that.
No, there's like a few good ones. I don't know off the top of my head. But
Anyways, that's something that came out, and I thought I'd give it a shout out if you guys haven't seen it and are looking for something new to watch. And it's not like many episodes. Like, I think it's like they go by not necessarily seasons, but like chapters, because it's like based off the book.
Right.
So there's like 3 chapters right now, and there's like in the first 2 chapters, there's like 5 episodes, and the newest chapter is like 7 episodes. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
pretty short, but it's like high quality stuff, you know.
Right.
So I don't know. Anyways, that's kind of what I was trying to mention to you. But how about you, sir? What happened this week for you, man?
Well, nothing, bro. I got sick, my guy.
Okay.
Right. I don't know, man. Like Tuesday, I was feeling fine. Then I go to bed, and I'm like sneezing like a motherfucker. Like straight sneezing, bro. Like runny nose, and my mouth hurts.
Bro, why do you think I'm all the way over here?
I don't know. Like I'm just all congested. My nose is running. I can't sleep because like my whole face is in pain. Like because the nerves inside of your nose connect to your mouth. So I had like crazy like mouth pain, not like from like a sore tooth. Like my whole mouth was like actually like in pain, and then I had a headache, and then my ears were hurting too.
So nothing. So you did nothing this week.
No, I slept in like 16 hours on Wednesday.
That's crazy.
Then the day after, I slept some more.
Okay,
Yeah.
anything else that you saw this week that you want to mention on the podcast or no?
Specifically,
You know, this is the time where you're supposed to have something prepared for the episode.
bro, I was like passed out for half the
Good one.
week, dude. Like what?
You were watching freaking anime the whole time.
What else am I gonna do? I mean, to be fair, I was applying for jobs too, so.
Okay, well, thank you for adding to the segment. But one thing that I saw this week, which I thought was pretty interesting, it was a story from Shaq. And I don't know if you've seen this story before, but it was like I was scrolling on TikTok, and I was like, bro, this is actually interesting. So Shaq, obviously, you know, basketball player, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I was about to say,
Yeah.
man doesn't know Shaq. But basically, after like he retired, he said he would go into like business meetings and stuff like that, and people wouldn't like talk to him. Like they would talk to his lawyers or his teams, because, you know, they would think he's just like a basketball player, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who doesn't really know anything. But he was a smart guy, so he was like, okay, you know what, I'll go back to school and get my master's to like show everyone that, like, you know, I'm top shit or whatever, even though that shit doesn't mean anything. But like for the other people, and he went to like the University of Phoenix, and since that's an online school mostly, but he wanted to do it in an actual class, but they didn't have enough like students because most of them were online. So he got 15 of his friends and brought them and paid for their master's degree.
I swear we talked about this like a couple weeks ago.
We did not talk about this ever. What?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we talked about this a couple weeks ago.
We didn't. I will bet everything that we didn't talk about this. Are you tripping, fam?
What do you mean? No, I'm not.
We never talked about this. Maybe you saw shorts about it as well.
No, I recall you telling me about this.
I literally have never said this to you before. On God, fam.
Are you
Man's
sure?
been sick and been tripping.
I don't know, bro.
Are you good?
No, I'm pretty sure you told this.
I didn't. I will literally rewatch every episode of the podcast, or you can watch it, because if I watch it and tell you not, you're gonna still not believe me. But rewatch every episode, and you're not gonna find shit on it. And then you can buy me food later.
Why would I do that?
Because it's like a bet, you know what I'm saying? Like, you waste 10 hours watching the last 10 podcasts, and bro, okay. Anyways, you're as I can see, you're very enthusiastic today, because of your illness, mentally. So let's just get
Bro is
into
picking on sick people. That's the type of personality this kid has.
L-mans. Just like, don't be sick. Okay, let's get to the question of the week. Elon Musk just made a huge mistake. He accidentally made a nuclear bomb that will be set off in 24 hours. How would you spend your final day on Earth?
So, Elon has nukes now. And in 24 hours, what, he's gonna blow up the world?
Like, he accidentally set it off, and there's no way to shut it off. And the world's gonna end in 24 hours. What are you doing on your last day? Let's say you're healthy, you know. And this perfect scenario. Even though it's not perfect.
What am I doing on my last day, man?
Are you watching anime? Are you just eating like a pig? Like, what are you doing, fam? Are you hanging out with the boys? Like, you can give your, like, honest answer and then, like, a fun answer. You know what I mean? Because I feel like the honest answer for everyone's like, oh, I'll spend time with my family and friends, yada, 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 all that bullshit. But, like, what's the fun answer? What's, like, the fuck it answer?
I can't say the fucking answer,
yeah, you
bro.
can. Because this is a hypothetical situation. In-game, bro. In-game.
In-game. I don't know, bro. I mean, this is the fun answer,
Yeah, the
and I
fun
would
answer.
never do this in real
In-game.
life.
In-game.
In-game, okay? But, I mean, since we're all gonna die anyway, right? Might as well go out with a bang, you know what I'm saying? So,
I don't know what you're saying. What do you mean by that?
dude, stop. Stop. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it. But, no, but, I mean, I want to go and shoot my guns, obviously, somewhere, right?
Yeah, somewhere.
Somewhere.
In-game.
I'll let you guys decide where I can shoot that, right? Because
Yeah.
as if it's the last day, who gives a fuck, right?
Mm-hmm.
And fuck the laws and all this other shit, too.
Bro, it's gonna be The Conjuring or whatever.
Nah.
Is that the movie where it's the last?
Dude, I'd never kill someone, okay?
No, obviously
In
not.
game.
Wait, you wouldn't kill someone in game? Wait a second. Hey, yo. Okay, but like actually, what would you do? Like, what would you eat on your last day? Like, are you eating Taz on your last day?
Nah. On my last day.
Like, pizza? Like, what would I eat? I would probably just munch like.
Yeah, okay,
everything.
so here's like another question based off that. Like, if you're like on death row, you know how they have like their last meal before they die?
Yeah.
What would your last meal be?
Bro, I don't think I could eat on my last day on death row. I'd be so fucking nervous, bro. I wouldn't be
Really?
able to consume anything.
Really?
Yeah. What do you mean you're about to fucking die?
I
Like,
mean, I either get Chipotle or Burrito Boys for my last
man
meal.
said Chipotle.
Probably Burrito Boys, to be
Bro.
honest. Because Burrito Boys is like Loki slaps more than Chipotle, in my opinion.
Nah, you need like some fucking doo-doo garbage, like, you know.
Bro wants
Like
to eat
Subway.
like fucking. Nah, dude. Subway on your last day?
What was like the best meal? I'm trying to think. What's a good meal that I have had? But I don't know. Food's just mid in general, honestly. Like, I wish I didn't have to eat. If I could just have water and that's it and chill. It's
Bro
like,
wants to photosynthesize like a vegetable over here, dude.
yeah. Well, let's go back to the question. What would you say you do on your last day? Well, actually, I want to like pivot quickly to there's a story about Jim Carrey, because I don't know, a few years back there was like a nuclear warning on like Hawaii or whatever. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
And it was like some fake, like something happened, someone accidentally turned it on or whatever. Anyways, and Jim Carrey was actually on the island during that time. And Jim Carrey told the story like, yeah, so he was like, okay, can we get off the island? No. You know, what can I do? Like, there's no way to kind of escape it. So he was like, okay, he just sat down and he thought about all the things he did in his life and how grateful he was. And I was like, that's a W moment right there. You know? Just like
But
going back
that's
to
like the
memories.
politically correct answer to say, man.
Nah, but like Jim Carrey is actually goated low key, fam. That guy
When he was
is built
younger, yeah.
different. What do you mean when he was younger? You don't like the man's now?
Now he's crazy, dude.
What do you mean?
Like the shit he says sometimes is just wild.
I don't know. I liked him on Sonic though.
No, I'm not saying he's a bad actor. Right? But I'm saying if you're getting your wisdom from Jim Carrey as a person, bro, you gotta
No,
reevaluate your
no,
life.
not a
okay?
wisdom. Just like, it's good to study people. You know what I mean? Not necessarily take everything, but take portions. You know.
I guess so.
Going back to the question, you still haven't answered it, bro. What are you doing on your last day? Mini golf?
Thinking about half to it, dude.
Mini
Low key, we're
golf.
going mini golfing on our last day, bro.
Yo, we're putting it all on black, bro. We're going to the casino.
Stop, bro. If
Oh.
it,
What do you mean if it's the last day?
yeah, you're right. If it's last day, fuck it. We'll put all the money on black. See what happens.
Facts.
I'd want to do a bunch of like random illegal stuff in game, not in real life, just for the hell of it.
True.
Like, wouldn't you want to rob a bank on your last day?
No, but honestly, like when you see those movies of people like robbing banks and like going back to loop and doing all that shit, like being a thief, it's like not like a thug thief, but like a smart thief. You know what I mean? Like that like plans it out for months and months and months and like.
Okay, but bro, this is last day. We ain't got time to plan out for months
I know what
and
you
months and months,
mean,
bro.
but like I feel like everybody has ever like.
Oh, I'd
like,
100% like rob my last meal. Like if I'm going to Burrito Boys, I'm not paying for that shit, bro.
Bro, nobody's gonna be working there. Well, it depends if they know or don't know. If they don't know, then yeah, I think don't know makes it more fun because if everyone knows, then it's kind of just chaotic. So, yeah. All right, sir. That was the question of the day. I actually put the Elon Musk part just for like the clips because when you use like a famous person at the beginning of the clip, it actually increases viewer retention. So
It does.
yeah.
It hasn't kept my retention though.
Okay, you don't have retention, fam. You do not have retention. All right, I guess we're gonna go straight into the topic of discussion for this week. So this one's gonna be kind of a sad and kind of banking off the question of the week, but basically, you know Ed Sheeran, right?
What about him?
So basically, this week he did something a bit odd that people are calling him a bit weird for, and I wanted to get your thoughts on it, and yeah, we can kind of talk about it more in depth. But basically,
What, did he like wear a dress or some shit?
no, Ed Sheeran is a chill dude, and basically in his backyard he already dug his grave, and people are calling him weird. He's 32 years old. And basically, so what has happened was like I think one of his close friends passed away, and I think his wife is like has a tumor or something like that, and like basically the thing is with him is like he sees all these people like passing away or getting close to death that he's like preparing for it at such a young age, and he's like most people don't even have wills written down and don't know what to do with their bodies. So I was like, okay, that's a bit interesting way to think about it. But do you think he's too young to kind of do that already? Like, man has a grave. People are calling him weird for doing that. A bit strange.
Did people really have nothing better to do? If they're like judging this guy for digging a hole in his backyard, bro. Because that's literally what he did. He dug a hole in his backyard and just called it his grave.
Yeah. Bro, that's the internet, fam. People are just like bored with their lives, so they have to talk about other people's lives. Exactly what we're doing. But
I don't know. To me, it seems weird. Because like back in Poland, there was like this cemetery near like our small village, and it's like people in the village already have like their gravestones like set up. Like it's like the family tombstone,
yeah,
and like they already have like space allocated for when they pass away and stuff.
so
it's like
it's a bit normal.
So it's like to me, it's like it's normal. It's like okay, like plus he's famous too, so like who knows what the hell he's doing, right?
But Ed Sheeran's more of a chill guy. Like he doesn't even like a lot. I heard like a story. I don't know if it's true or not, but he doesn't like have a phone or use the internet or shit like that. Like man's like all offline, you know.
I don't know if I fully believe that.
Like I think the only thing he might have is like a flip phone or whatever, just to call people. But first of all, what do you think of Ed Sheeran? We can go back to the other discussion, but like base thoughts on Ed Sheeran. Do you like his music? Do you like him as a person?
I don't know him as a person. so I don't really care about him as a person. He has some good bangers when it comes to music.
Facts.
A lot of romance stuff, but I don't listen to romance anymore. So
Yeah, it's a bit depressing sometimes since we're both alone.
yeah. See, romance music hits different when you have like a big crush on someone, or if you're actually in a relationship. You know what I mean?
No,
Well, you never had a girlfriend.
you didn't either.
No, in high school I did.
Nobody saw her.
What do you mean? Dude, I literally went to prom with her. I have pictures from prom, so I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, bro. But
Just
no,
because you talked to her doesn't mean you dated.
well, if I asked her to be my girlfriend and she said yes, that kind of implies that
Did
she
she
was
ever
my
come over
girlfriend.
to the house?
Well, no, I never went over to her house. Well, okay, that's a lie. I only went over to her house on prom day to pick her up.
Okay, anyways, we're going besides the topic here. But okay, what's your favorite Ed Sheeran song? If you had to choose one.
The only one that I can think about in my head right now, actually, no, Perfect is the one that like everyone knows. But I always like Galloway Girl.
Bro, I like Shape of You.
Oh, so you're a basic, bro.
What do you mean basic?
Dude, that's not even one of his good. That's not even one of his good songs, bro.
It's banger, bro. It's his best song.
Nah,
That song hit when it came out. I was
it was so
pumping
overplayed, bro.
Bro, just because it's overplayed doesn't mean it's bad. It means it's good because it was overplayed.
No.
Yup. Okay. So, when do you think is a good age? We're going back to the main theme. When do you think it's a good age to start thinking about, like, creating a will or, like, just death in general? You know? Is there a good age, or is it, like, depending on your situation?
To think about death.
Like, when should people start preparing for it? Like, straight when you're 18, you should write a will, stuff like that.
Well, people have a weird relationship with death.
That's true.
So it depends on the individual person, right? Like if someone's an atheist, right? Then they're scared shitless about death because they have no idea about what's coming afterwards, right?
Yeah.
So for them, it's like, oh, I need to like prepare. I need to like do preventative things. I need to like, they're so like they're living their life in constant fear of the unknown of what's gonna happen, right?
Okay.
Compared to someone who's like religious, like me, where it's like I don't even like bat an eye towards death because
Yeah, but I still think
that's
some
the end goal.
some religious people have, are unsure. Like, I feel like
Well,
sure,
those are the unsure religious people who are unsure about their faith. Because if you, as a Christian, believe everything the Bible says, then you understand, okay, once you die, you either go to heaven or hell.
Yeah, but the
Right.
thing is, I don't want to get too religious here, but like, you're not supposed to. At least they say you're not supposed to take word for word the Bible. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be like, you're supposed to take like the stories behind it.
When people say that, they lack the information. Because the Bible is just a collection of multiple books, right?
Yeah.
So obviously, if you read, let's say, the book of Psalms, which is a book of, poetry and metaphors, you don't take that literally. But
Yeah.
if you read like an older book, that's like, I don't know, I don't remember which one, but like a historical book, like the one where like David fights Goliath and he's a king at this time and age. That's like historical, like a historic book. That's like he did that at this time at this age and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So depending on what book you read, then you have to like use your literature skills and interpret it the way that the book is written for.
But the main point is to consume it through the stories, like the main point of each story, to kind of use that in your own life, like the point of David and Goliath is, if you're the underdog, you can still beat, someone who's better than you. You know what I mean?
if you have God on your side.
Yeah, if you have God on your side.
Right, because that's
Yeah.
the whole point of that.
Okay. So, for me, when it comes to like how old you should be before you start doing that stuff, I think it depends on your situation. Honestly,
Well,
like
yeah, it depends. Right.
Like again with Ed Sheeran, like for him, like someone close to him died, and then his wife has a tumor, so it's like okay, all this shit is happening around him. Now he's like, oh shit, maybe I should start thinking about what am I gonna do when I pass away, you know?
I think, as young men, I think the best time that like men should think about this is when they get married and have children.
That's true.
Because right now, like, if we die, like, if I die, like, you're just gonna take all my shit, or if like you pass away, you're gonna take my shit.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. It's like
But
we
the-
don't have any, like unless you
don't
have
have
like big assets, like if you have a house or like.
But even then, it's like if I'm by myself, why
Ye-
wouldn't my family take that? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but the government and all the fucking taxes and there's all this cringe stuff.
Yeah, but if I'm
Anyways.
dead, then why would I care about that? That's a you problem,
Ooh,
right?
Good one.
But,
good one. All right, let's funnen up the mood a bit here. When you pass away,
Nice.
how do you want to be? Like, do you want to be buried? Do you want to be?
Buried, dude. Like,
You don't want to be sent to space, sent into the ocean? Because I swear there's all these like fun ways that people want to like die.
but it's such a hassle, and it's like
For who? You're dead.
I know you're dead, but like for your family, because let's
Bro, I'll
say,
send you to space, bro. I'll send you in
like,
a
let's say
rocket.
you're gonna get shot into space, bro. You know how much that rocket's gonna cost?
Bro, by that time the podcast is gonna be doing well.
That's not what I need, bro.
I'll send you to the sun.
I mean, kudos to Ed Sheeran. I'd probably do the same thing. If I had my own land and property, I'd probably already like dig my own grave. Because like if it's my property,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
where I want to be buried.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like for me, that makes sense. No, but like, like the whole making your grave or that kind. Well, okay, I'd never want to be cremated, dude. I feel like that's so cringe.
Yeah.
Like people who get cremated, they get burnt, and then their ashes are like stuck in a vase. Like how cringe is
I
that?
think most people get cremated for people that don't have a will or don't have any family.
No, dude. And I think in like Asia, getting cremated is really big.
Is it?
Like I think.
Oh, true,
Japan-
because with the vases and shit.
with the vases and stuff, right?
Well, I guess it depends on the culture as well.
I think it depends on the culture and depends on, because land is expensive.
True.
I'm sure like getting a slot in the cemetery is expensive. You know what I mean? But I'm not entirely sure how that works. But yeah, definitely I'm gonna get buried in my backyard from my house.
Yo.
100%.
All right. Speaking of death, have you ever had a near-death experience before?
A near-death experience.
Or, any of your friends have a near-death experience that you can talk about, that they've told you?
I almost drowned when we were younger.
Really?
Well, it was like 'cause no one noticed it. But remember our grandparents' old house with the big pool?
Yeah.
Our cousins came over one time, and we were swimming, and I like was underwater for like a good period of time, and I wanted to come up to breathe. But our older cousin, he saw me coming up, and he put his hands on my shoulders to like play around and stuff. He didn't realize this at the time, but like I was kind of like low-key drowning at that point.
Good one.
And I like was like getting like water in my lungs and stuff, and I like came out and like coughed out and stuff. It was like pretty bad, but I wouldn't say that was like near death, but like it was near death because like no one knew about it, right?
Yeah.
But
No, I know what you mean. I haven't had a near-death experience, but I've had a friend near-death experience drowning as well. I've told you the story before, but basically,
have you? I don't think I
yeah,
remember this.
you're gonna remember it. A man's gonna say, "Oh, you never told me this story before." When the last story I never told you, the Shaq story.
I swear you did.
I
I'm
did
like,
not
swear
tell you
you
that
did.
story. Basically, our boy Brian, our neighbor, we were swimming at like the river.
Oh yeah, this thing.
And basically, what happened was, how long was it ago? I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years ago. Mans didn't know how to swim, and there's like a current, and we all jumped in except for Brian. And as we are kids, we're like, "Hey, Brian, jump in, jump in, jump in." He never told us he didn't know how to swim. So we kind of just assumed he knew how to swim. And man, kudos to Brian with the big balls for jumping in without knowing how to swim, but that's so stupid. And the thing is, man jumped. Like 5 seconds went by, and we're like, "Where the fuck is Brian?" Like, Mans is like
Yeah.
nowhere to be found. So I had to fucking go down underneath and fucking pick his ass up and carry him to shore. So
So you're the guy who saved someone from near death experience.
I did. So, what can I say? What can I say? I'm just the goat.
Oh. I got electrocuted and almost died.
Yeah, but nah. Like, you gonna need a
How
lot
is
of
that?
fault.
Nah. How is holding like 8 wires in your hand, getting a full charge of electricity in your body, and surviving not a near death experience,
Because
bro?
The thing is, I don't know the logistics on that. Like, I don't know
What do you
how
mean
much, how many voltages it's needed to stop your heart.
Probably more than the amount that was running through my arm, dude.
Exactly. So if it's more than that, then technically it's not a near-death experience.
No,
A
no,
near-death
definitely less, dude.
experience
That's what I meant.
Would be is if you held it and your heart stopped and they had to resuscitate you. That would be a near-death experience. That's more of you just being a bit of a pussy. All right. Anyways, tell the story.
Yeah, I'm a pussy for getting electrocuted. You're right. I know, but see, I swear I told this story already on the podcast.
It's fine. Tell it again. The thing is, many people probably haven't seen the last episode and will probably be repeating the same stories again and again,
So when I used to work construction, we were putting in plugs because we're doing electrical, right? And there was this one plug in like the corner or whatever, and I asked my boss, did we like turn off the breaker for this? And he's like, yeah, we did and stuff. So I go to the other side of the wall, clean that side, which was fine. Then I go back to the front side, clean that side of the by cleaning I mean like you got to clean the wires, because there's like a couple wires inside a plug and you had to like cut and clean to like get rid of the smaller wires and connect them together.
Yup.
And then after that, you clean it, you take all of them, you turn them and you put them in the wall so they can put the drywall over it. And then afterwards, they can put in the plugs on the wall. I grabbed all like 8 wires to turn it, and it was live wires. So my whole arm was like, I got electrocuted basically, right?
So it's like
and
a
I like
shock
fell
pen,
back.
right? It's like a shock pen.
No, brother, it's still like a shock pen. Okay, it's not like a shock
those
pen.
things hurt, bro.
Yeah, bro, the shock pen hurts, dude.
Yeah.
How many voltage in a wall, dude? 120? Yeah, imagine getting 120 volts, dude, with the amperage as well, because they go together, for it to actually do damage. But good thing I like have a good nervous system, because otherwise, bro, nah, it would have gone through my whole body, dude. It was actually crazy. So
Yeah. All right.
that was my near-death experience with that. Do I have any other near-death experiences?
That's fine. We can just continue on here. This one, you can have like a serious answer and a fun answer with this one, all right? So, if you could choose how you would die, how would you choose it? Like, what would be the ideal scenario? Like, obviously, I feel like the answer that everyone wants is like they want to.
Shotgun to the head.
That's not the serious answer I was looking for. But
What do you mean?
I feel like
Obviously when I'm old and shit.
Yeah, obviously.
Because I don't want to like. But see, the thing is that technically, no one really dies from old age. People just die from like kidney failure or some
from oxygen. The more oxygen you breathe, eventually it kills you.
shit. Okay, I don't know like why you watching SciShow or some like other shit, dude, on YouTube, but. But like no.
So you would want to get a shotgun to the head at like 80 years old, or 90 years old or whatever.
Well, think about it, right? Because
I think it depends on your situation, because you never want to be like having amnesia or like incapacitated. Is that the word? Like you can't just fucking move or
like a vegetable or something.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. At that point, it's like gotta cut G.
Plus, like, I mean, if I could, I would go out like that, or.
Well, technically, it's not allowed, because if you do technically kill yourself, you don't get life insurance. So.
Really?
Yeah. What do you mean?
I don't know about that.
Because the thing is, it's like a lot of people are in poverty. So, and the parents want to support their kids. If they could just die and get money for their family, a lot of people would probably do that.
Interesting.
So they're not incentivized to do that.
Yeah, that makes
Because
sense.
if they did, then, yeah. So, yeah, you're not allowed to do that.
But like I said that answer not
yeah, it's ideal
thinking
scenario.
you
Yeah.
in the scenario.
Yeah,
right?
no, I don't care about your money. I'm gonna be rich anyways.
Um,
How would I
but-
want to go out, bro? Do you know what I would want to do?
but that's the serious answer. Okay, but let's
that
see.
was a serious answer.
Of course, dude. What I don't want to
Alright,
like
What's the fun answer then?
the fun answer.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'd want to go out like, saving people.
Oh.
Yo, what? Nah, bro. What the fuck did you just say?
Saving people. Oh, like you would want to be that.
Like
guy.
I want to like go in a burning building.
Like you would want to be like a school shooter. I mean, like say like stopping a school shooter, not becoming this.
No, I don't. I don't want to become a school shooter,
That's
bro.
what I meant. I meant
Okay.
like you go and save the kids from the school shooter, and then they kill you.
Or some shit like that. Yeah, like I would want to like if I would want to die, it would be like in the flames of glory.
Bro, but tell me, like everyone has had dreams of being like like saving people from a school shooter. Like you've probably had that dream, no?
I've had better dreams than that of like saving people from the world or from like
Bro, I swear, like
the devil or some shit.
I've
like,
had those dreams where I'm like, bro, school shooters are retarded. Like I would just go on top of like the bookshelf, and when they come in the door, I would jump on their head ass or some shit like that. Because it's
no,
so,
I meant like I would go in with my gun to like.
no, that's more because that was more like in high school and shit.
Oh.
Not like, that. Like, it's so retarded. Like, everyone goes to the back of the classroom. Like, how about if they come in, bro? Like, there should be one dude behind the door ready to jump his head ass. Like, tell me that's not 200 IQ.
Yeah, but the teachers are stupid. You think they know what the fuck to do with? Most teachers haven't even fucking seen a gun in their life, bro. And then they're gonna tell people, oh, this is how you should protect yourselves and stuff. Wait? It was strange because when we were in high school, we had like the lockdowns, no?
Yeah.
But what was that for?
There's a lot of tests, but there were a few real ones. One of them was, since there's another school like across the street, there was a situation that happened there, like a knife or something. And then
And we were locked down for that.
Yeah, because it's
Our high school, right?
Yeah, our high school, because we're close to there. And also, there's another situation where I don't think you were there, but basically, someone posted on their Instagram, "Yo, I'm bringing a knife to school today at our high school."
Really?
But I don't think there was an actual lockdown, but the guy got arrested or whatever.
Nah, okay, but that's like good policing, cause like, but all the school shooters are like that, bro. They're
Yeah, they're
always
retarded.
like, don't come to school with like a knife or some shit. They
Alright.
expect not to get caught, bro. Like what?
True. Okay, you know the walls in our school? Can bullets go through that? Like how it depends on the bullet, right? But like the walls in our school are,
How bulletproof is what, bricks or drywall?
I don't know, what was our school? Was it bricks? I feel like it was bricks, no? I don't think it was drywall.
I think it was bricks.
Like
Because
bricks,
drywall, bullets fly through it
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
obviously.
paper, dude.
but bricks, I feel like those ones wouldn't like be like they would be bulletproof, right? It depends on the bullet, right?
Obviously, depends on the bullet, but
Like what would be the most common ones used? Probably like an AK or like a
not in Canada, bro.
or like just in general or like a handgun, right?
Okay,
like
so-
those would be the two that people use, no?
Yeah, so like an AR style, like firearm or like a handgun. So the most common handgun ammunition is, well, the most common that like in like other ones that the cops use is either 9mm or 45 ACP. Let's just go 9mm. Okay?
That wouldn't go through the wall.
Those big brick walls.
Probably not. Or it would take a few shots.
I don't know. Personally, I don't think it would go through. I don't think for the handgun.
Yeah.
Now, the rifle round has a chance to go through.
Yeah.
100%. Depending on how big the rifle round is too. Like if it's from an AK, then probably, dude.
Interesting. Interesting. All right.
No, they should really implement someone staying behind the door, dude.
That's what. It's a good strat, no? It's a 200 IQ strat. But then everyone does it, then they're gonna know it. You know what I mean? You have to kind of switch it up. Like, there should be someone in the closet behind the door. Like, actually, you gotta use your brain here behind the desk. Like, put the desk down. Like, it should be like a game. Like, you have all the desks down, so you don't know which desk they're behind.
Bro, if there's like 20 kids, there's always gonna be one kid behind the desk, dude.
Yeah, but like,
Like there's like a desk per kid, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, so there's always gonna be a kid behind a desk, unless you buddy up or some shit.
yeah. Just like, don't get shot. Anyways, let's go back to the topic of the discussion.
Dying.
So, I think this one can kind of lean into it. Bucket lists. Do you have any bucket list right now? It's like, this is what I gotta do before I hit the hay.
My bucket list.
Let's say 3 things. Keep it simple.
I want to go skydiving.
Okay.
I want to hunt a bear. Right? Either black bear or grizzly bear.
Okay.
Because, like, who doesn't want, like, a bear rug? You know what I'm saying?
Bear things, yeah.
And then the last thing on my bucket list.
To run a successful podcast.
I don't know, bro. Maybe, like, travel somewhere, dude.
Bro, travel? Jeez.
I mean, I always want to go to Croatia.
You said Tokyo, no?
Yeah, but if it's only 3 things, I'd rather go to Croatia than Tokyo.
I guess.
Because I want to go
Alright.
sit on the beach there.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But so that'll be my 3.
What would be my 3 bucket list? But no, that was a pretty good list, except for the bear. But
I mean, except for the bear. How many people do you know who shot a bear?
I don't even want to skydive, first of all. That's like, I don't think I would want to do that.
No, I want to get thrown off a plane.
Okay. That's sus, bro. Man's wants to get handled.
No, what?
Man's want to get
Okay, I'm just gonna say this, dude. It's so like sus the way that they like strap you in for skydiving, where you have like someone like behind you, you know, like hugging you from behind,
No, it's
holding
not
you and
sus.
everything.
You want to be behind? You want to give it or take it?
I mean, you gotta take it when you're skydiving. Bro.
Whoa!
What do you mean, whoa? That's just how it is.
Okay,
You can't be
okay.
behind it like the
Let me
instructor.
say my 3 bucket list items. So, my 3 bucket list items: get a 6-pack. I don't know if is that technically a bucket list? That's more of
Well, yeah, that's like bucket list is you want to do something in your lifetime.
yeah.
So have you ever had abs in your lifetime?
No, I want to have some abs. I want to have some abs. I don't know, bro. That's kind of it, man.
What do you
I'm a pretty
mean?
simple guy. Like, honestly, like traveling. I like traveling as well, but it's like, I just want to make some money. I guess that could be a bucket list, but like, is that really a bucket list? Making money, like a certain amount?
I guess so.
But I feel like that's more of goals than an actual bucket list. I feel like bucket list is like doing something. What I guess.
Well, bucket list is doing something that
I want to go to Las Vegas and put 10 grand on black.
and win.
And win.
That's the bucket list.
Facts.
Well,
bro.
you know actually.
And record it and post it on the podcast as a bonus
That'd be so
exclusive
funny, bro.
episode.
That'd be so funny.
And then my last thing. Hit Challenger and League of Legends. No.
Shut the fuck up, bro. Who still plays that game? Dude?
No way.
Did you hear the new song that came out?
It was mid.
It was so bad, bro.
It was.
They get
mid.
worse every year.
It was better than last year, though.
What was last year?
The Lil Nas X song.
Oh yeah, okay. That's okay. So maybe they get better than last year somehow.
All right. That's basically my bucket list. It's not that much, but maybe if I think of any more, we'll talk about it on another episode of the podcast. I actually wanted to bring this up before, but I kind of forgot. But what are your thoughts on like kind of organ donation? Are you pro or anti organ donation?
Like on the legal or illegal market?
What? No, on the legal market. Like, let's say you accidentally pass away next year. Would you want your organs to be donated or not?
Oh, like if I would do it personally, or if I
Yeah.
have a problem with it.
Both.
I would personally not, unless like you needed a kidney or some shit. Like I don't mind doing
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But I I don't know. I don't know. I just rather just like if I when I die, I everything goes
Sure,
back
sure.
to the dirt and that's it, right? Now am I against it in general? No. People can like if they die or whatever, if they want to donate their organs, they can go do what they want, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just don't want some scientist or medicine person,
Yeah. Who would
doctor
want to
to
look into
like
you?
open me up or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Sounds kind of sus, dude. You know what I mean?
yeah. True.
So
That's fair. I don't know if I would ever do it.
just like how
I never
like
really thought about it.
just like with like donating blood, right? Like I don't mind people doing it, but I would personally never do it, right? But the reasons why when I was younger, because in high school they had those like giving like blood and stuff, right?
Sure.
I didn't want to give it because I was really big into working out, and I'm like, yo, why would I give blood and be passed out for like 3 days? Because I don't have enough blood to get a pump. You know what I mean? So.
Fair enough.
You know what I'm
bro.
saying? So.
I would do it for money, but like that's illegal. Well, I think you can donate blood for money. I think there's like a small incentive.
You can donate semen for money, bro.
Bro, it might be the move. Bro, I was watching this TikTok and this guy was like, "Yeah, I've been donating for 3 years. I make like 500 to $1,000 every month just donating."
Yeah, but that guy probably has like 200 kids.
No,
dude.
but there's like they'll stop him once there's like a limit. Like if people like if, I think like he has 5 kids or something because like they don't want to like the gene pool get messed up.
Mhm.
If 5 people using his semen get pregnant and have a kid, then he can't donate anymore and they can't use it.
Interesting.
Which makes sense because you don't want too many of your
I mean, what do you
kids
mean?
running
Genghis Khan dynasty back, dude.
Okay,
You know
but
what I'm saying?
like that guy owned everything, so man's was hitting daily different bitches. So let him cook, bro. Let the man cook. Let's end it off with one more final question. On this topic of discussion, what do you think is the most important lesson we can learn from facing the reality of death? A hard hitter one.
Say that again.
What do you think is the most important lesson we can learn from facing the reality of death?
Okay, so I believe that there's different answers for different people for this, right? Like I could give like the secular answer, I can give the Christian answer afterwards, you know what I mean? Like
Just give your personal answer.
my person, okay, so mine's gonna be the Christian answer. So as a Christian, we obviously believe that we're here as a test to like choose, you know, Jesus or whatever, right? So what we learn from death is that death is not the end for us,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because of the whole, you know, story of Jesus in the Bible, what happened, death, since death didn't stop him, death is not going to stop us. We're going to live for eternity in the afterlife in heaven, right?
Yeah.
So death isn't really something to be afraid of as a Christian. It's something to, I mean, obviously, when someone dies, it's a sad thing,
Yeah.
but that's more of us being selfish because we don't get to see them on this earth anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But
So what can we learn from death? You said we can learn from death basically that it's not the end.
it's not the end, basically, right?
Yeah.
As a Christian, death is not the end. It's just the step of the next chapter of your life in
Uh-huh.
heaven.
So what I would say for that, for what we can learn from death, is to be, first of all, grateful, and to not take it for granted. Because yes, as Christians, we believe that we kind of continue life after death, but we're not 100% sure about anything after. So we should make the most of what we have now, be grateful, and just live and live a good life that we would be proud of. Not try and do anything harmful or malicious or anything to others. Just live, be grateful, and just accept that death is inevitable.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, we shouldn't be afraid of death.
Yeah,
Right.
of course.
Like, be grateful for the time we are on this
you
earth.
can't be
Be
afraid
excited.
of things you can't control at the end of the day.
Yeah. Right.
As I said, it is inevitable. I think that's what what's his name said? Thanos said.
I'm inevitable.
Yeah. Anyways, let's play some some games. So I got two new ones. And the first one I think you're going to like. So it is another of rank these without knowing what's next, but it's a special edition because we can do this continuously. Rank these hate comments without knowing what's next. So I went through our podcast and chose some hate comments, and I want you to rate them from 1 to 5, without knowing what's next.
Sure.
We gotta see what juice they're cooking. We'll start with something light. You're not him, lil bro.
That's a pretty funny comment. I'll give it 3. It's not that bad.
You wanna keep it in the middle, see what we're working with.
Yeah.
Average alcoholic. Just a reminder, guys, these comments are from our channel. So just for the memes, I said, fuck it, let's do it. Why not?
When I saw that, it made me chuckle. I'll give that number 2, dude.
All right, this one's a bit of a longer one, but I'm not adverse to good advice, but it sure as shit isn't going to come from some edgelord wearing a fur-lined cap with ear flaps indoors while he's being interviewed by the president of the Where's Waldo fan club.
That's pretty good, bro.
That's pretty...
It's pretty
That's
good.
a funny one.
I don't know, bro. It's funny, but it's like, bro, who asked? Like 4.
4? Man,
Yeah.
I thought that was a number 1, but
Nah.
go on. All right. Bro's never been happy. Man's going straight for the fucking gut.
This one, actually, when I saw this made me laugh, bro. This made me laugh a lot. But I don't know. See, I don't know what the last one is, so I don't know if I can, like, put this as number 1. So this has to go number 5. Right.
Last one. You can just tell when someone didn't have a loving family.
That's number... Dude, that's so funny, bro. Because, like, we have loving parents, Parents never got divorced. They stayed with each other, raised us properly, loved us, always supported us and stuff. So
Oh, bro,
when
these comments
someone
kill
says that
me.
without knowing our lives, it's kind of funny to me. So
Woo. I'm not saying to leave hate comments. Maybe if you guys leave enough good comments, we'll have a good comments, But for some reason, people on the shorts just love to leave some hate. So I was like, this shit's funny as fuck. Might as well just, put it into a list, top 5. So yeah. All right, let's play some unpopular opinions. I'm going to start it off with I believe, just so it's like easier for you to understand, because I feel like sometimes you get confused. So unpopular opinion. I believe steak is far inferior to chicken.
is this like the fly over, fly under? No.
Unpopular opinion, sir. Man's is sick. Just zone it out. I'll start again. Unpopular opinion. I believe steak is far inferior to chicken.
That's false, bro. People like chicken is good, and everyone loves chicken.
Chicken is so much better than steak.
It's not even close, bro. Like, red meat is just so much better, bro, than chicken. So much better.
All right.
You know how I know it's better?
Why?
Because you can eat it raw. Chicken, you have to cook it, or else you get salmonella or whatever the hell, dude. Right?
Bro, but nah, bro. Chicken is just too good, bro.
How is
Bro,
chicken
fried chicken
better than
slaps.
like a medium rare steak with
Bro,
like some blood
When I
inside still?
eat steak, I have to try hard. It's like,
That's because you eat it well done, brother.
no, I don't, fam. I went to Portugal. I had fucking medium rare steak. That shit took me 10 years to eat, fam.
Well, you're a slow eater in general.
I just don't like steak. That shit is like a workout in my mouth. Okay, unpopular opinion. I believe if you have a severe allergy, you shouldn't eat at any restaurant.
Nah, dude, what is that? That's like excluding people. That's like discrimination. Like if you have an allergy, then it's like now should restaurants accommodate people with allergies? That I believe is like the restaurant's choice, right?
Mhm.
Like let's say they're an authentic like I don't know, authentic Japanese restaurant and they serve like fish in all their
Yeah, yeah.
dishes. If someone is allergic to like seafood, then
They're-
it's like what the fuck are you doing at the Japanese
Yeah.
restaurant, bro? If
man's
like
cooked for
the whole
going there.
thing is, and then they have to accommodate for you, bro, like stop. So like if you have an allergy, then you be proactive and make sure you ask them, "Hey, like does this contain nuts? Does this contain whatever?"
Yeah, yeah. That
Otherwise,
makes sense.
it's like I wouldn't put it on the restaurant's fault because
For
it's like
sure.
they give you the ingredients of like all their meals and foods and stuff. Then it's like, okay, you know what's in it, or if you don't know, then ask, and then yeah, right. So
Yeah, running a restaurant is cooked, fam. Like I wouldn't want to do that shit.
what do you mean? We were in a food booth, bro.
That's different. That was for limited time, and there was only limited items. Like it's not like a restaurant where there's 10 billion items, and Anyways, unpopular opinion. I believe divorce shouldn't be as socially accepted as it is.
100%, bro. Marriage is till death do us part, right? Now I understand the rare cases where a marriage gets abusive or some other like criminal shit happens, right? But if
Yes.
it's just people disagreeing, like,
Well, that's their fault for getting into a marriage.
well, one,
unprepared.
it's their fault getting into a marriage. Well, it's not even that. It's two, they're not putting effort into the marriage to be successful. Because there's like couples therapy
Communication.
and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? So it's like, I understand like life is hard and like living with someone else is not something easy to do. But if you make the commitment, and marriage is a commitment under God, so it's not like you're saying to like the state or the government that you're getting married. Sure, that's one thing. But real marriage is a union between two people under God that basically says we're going to take care of each other for the rest of our lives. And if that doesn't happen, then you're not only breaking a contract between people, you're breaking a contract between God as well. So that's why marriage, in my opinion, is just so sacred. And people abuse it. And it's sad that the divorce rate is like over 50% in the West.
All right, let's get it. Last unpopular opinion. I believe age is a super weak argument to avoid learning about new technology. Or just technology in general.
I like half agree, half disagree. Because I feel like anyone can learn. You can always learn something new, right? Now, obviously, when you're younger, it's easier to learn stuff than when you're older, right? Just like how like kids that are like 4 years old can like learn 3 languages in like a week, but then it's like I'm struggling to like learn, Polish in a year or whatever, right? So at like age 20, well, like this is a couple years ago, but like it was like that's like the difference, right?
Yeah.
So if someone is like 60, 70, 80 and they're trying to learn example like a new language, then obviously I'm not surprised if they can't do it just because the way their brain is already developed and like degenerating at that point,
I
right?
think it depends too on,
Now now
like-
regarding technology, since technology is getting more user friendly compared to like the old days where it's just like a black screen with
Yeah.
text on it, like
like everyone should have general knowledge on how to use a computer and a phone.
yeah, and I mean like using an iPhone is like very easy to use, right?
Uh-huh.
So most old people, like I'm pretty sure our grandma has an iPhone, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
to use an iPhone is not something difficult.
Mhm.
And as long as they enlarge the icons and everything, the text for them to see, then they should be able to use it, right?
Yup. All right, we're gonna try something different here for our final game. Do you know what tongue twisters are?
Yes.
So I'm gonna show you 3 photos. You're gonna read them and basically try and get the tongue twisters. It's gonna start easy, medium, and hard. All right.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. I mean
Easy enough.
that's the easy one.
That's the
then.
easy one. We're just getting warmed up here.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Do it a bit faster.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck? How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Okay.
No, I'm pretty good with tongue twisters.
All right, let's get the last one here. I'll make it sideways so it's bigger for you to see here.
You know what's crazy? When I was younger, this was like my easiest one, and I was like so good at doing this. I don't know if I can still do it, but I'll try.
Try it. You can do it slow first and then speed
Okay,
up.
Betty bought a bit of butter, but the butter Betty bought was bitter, so Betty bought better butter, and it was better than the bitter butter. This is different because the one I know is Betty bought butter was a bit bitter, so Betty bought butter. No, wait. Betty bought butter was bitter, so Betty bought butter to make the bitter butter better.
Then do this one, bro.
What do you mean?
It doesn't. They're not all.
Betty
the same.
bought a bit of butter, but the butter Betty bought was bitter, so the Betty bought better butter, and it was better than the bitter butter.
Faster.
Betty bought a bit of butter, but the butter was bitter, so Betty bought better butter, and it was better than the bitter butter.
Okay, like why are you actually kind of low key good at this? The whole point of this is so for me to make fun of you for being shit. You just ruined the game.
No, dude, I was good at tongue twisters when I was younger, so.
Well, there it is. Something new, something fun. Maybe we'll try new games like that. But
Plus, you picked the generic ones that I know. You know what I mean?
bro, okay, man, my bad, my bad, my.
You,
bad.
how about you try it now?
No, we're good. We're gonna end off the podcast. there.
That's what I thought.
Thank you guys for watching Fly Under the Radar. New episodes every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, I had some fun with the games. And, pretty interesting topic on today. And yeah, if you guys want to be in the next episode, make sure to leave a question of the week. And maybe we'll use that in our next episode. For now, we'll see you guys later.